Boom, boom. This is Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. We don't have a lot going on. We should be seeing the new character event here next couple of days. It might actually pop on Wednesday, but then it should be our new character. I'm going to be going ahead and pulling for rules. I've said I only need 2 more shards to get her, so she's pretty much guaranteed on the next event. And then I'll probably continue pulling on her just to get some more shards for her divine skill, of course. And then we'll have to be waiting, probably going to wait till BB Dunk. I think it's going to be Ren is going to be the new character that they're going to be entering, SP Ren, so we'll have to wait and see. And take a look at her, because Ren was Angel Ren was the SS Plus. She was a tank, so it'll be interesting to see what they have on, if this is an SP Ren, what they have on her version wise. She was an excellent tank as far as I was concerned. She was the best tank to date after Inming. I'm sorry. So we'll have to see. But yeah. So SP Ren, I think I've seen some art for her, so it would not be surprised me if she's when they release here in the next couple of days. So let's take a look. I'm at 105, so I have cracked 100. I did that last week, I believe it was, mainly just because of the dragon. Don't forget about that, because you can really get a lot out of the dragon. Soul Forge Trials right here. You can get a lot of cultivation on dragon. You can get a lot of points that way, so a lot of BP, so keep that in mind. All right, so let's take a look and see what we got here. So first we've got valuables, the normal stuff. This is just stuff that's always up. Just make sure you get the actual 2 items and do that special fund. Again, something else that, you know, if you're purchasing this, rewards all through. And then last but not least, we of course have Wrong's Affection, which you should be playing. Gather all of this. The rewards aren't great. You know, it's just, as you can see, you really don't get into really good rewards until you start getting up here into the, you know, 14, which is when you get the really good stuff. I mean, it's nice to have the diamonds, don't get me wrong, but none of this is stuff that's unobtainable or not easy to get until you get to the actual Spirit Advancement Stones, which is at 14, which I've never even gotten remotely close to that. And a free-to-play perspective, the most I've ever gotten is usually 7. Okay, 6 and 7. You should be able to get if you're doing it from a free-to-play perspective, and you get some lucky drops. All right, so daily events. Again, still haven't renewed these, but we're hoping they will in the future. But for right now, it doesn't look like they're going to. But in the God's Trials, we do have now a way to get our hands on some of the actual 100k soul rings, which are the rings that you need to level up the skills for the SP characters. So it looks like we do have an attainment. It looks like they have a God's Trial every time we have a divine pool for the SP character. So expect it here in 3 or 4 days to be able to get some more, which is really nice. That was one of the biggest issues I had, was the fact that although I managed to get tank sand skills midway, a few that are a little bit past midway, I was worried about what I was going to do with Wu, because there's pretty much been a shortage of those red soul rings. I hadn't been seeing them in any events. I expect, as I've said before, that they'll most likely be in a Forge event, but that's not something that's, you know, we've seen as of yet. But the generosity inside of those the Forge events is just legendary. So it wouldn't surprise me if maybe in one, you know, the next couple ones we get an actual chance to maybe get 5 or 6 soul rings from them. But either way, in the God's Trial, you can get a couple of soul rings at the end of that. However, it's server based, so like I said before, you know, hopefully you're on a server that completes the event. If you're not, then they're out of reach, because it's not in the shop, it's in the server event portion of the God's Trial. So hopefully that will be beneficial to you. Time limit events, we got some stuff going on here. All right, so we've got a Divine Tool event going up. They will be releasing the new one tomorrow. There will be a new SP Divine Tool that will be released tomorrow. But for right now, we've got um, all kinds of divine tools. So this is stuff. This is all stuff that you want to get your hands on. As you can see, I've already purchased some of the stuff right here. This is the divine tool that they released, Sword of Life. Okay. Then they got SP. So they're again, not a lot of shards, but you'll be able to get it. So this is the one that they were going to be releasing, and it's up for 3 days. Resource exchange. You definitely want to get this as well too. So you'll be able to get 30 here, and you'll be able to get 20 here. So this should get you 50. It takes 80 to make it. So generally it takes 2 more, and you'll be able to get them that way. 2 more events. Each of the events you get 15, and then you get 30. You'll be able to create the item. Not something that I would be looking for. The SP, the divine tools, the adventures is too far apart. So it's going to take forever to get your divine tools unless you're willing to pay for it. I mean, get them up in the high stars. You can get 2 or 3 stars, but it's going to be a long work. So they got Awakening Chest. Of course, you want to do this. Weekly gift bag. This is not bad. I've already got all of my SS pluses maxed out. I might go ahead and do this just simply because of the fact that I can use the shards to get to get hidden weapon coins that can be used in a gold shop, to get some of the good stuff, to get some refining materials or whatnot. Because that's one of the things I'm working on, is refining my hidden weapons. This is a pretty good too. I will most likely be grabbing this as well. I was just waiting to get my diamonds built up. I must have hit. I'm serious. It was about 15,000, maybe 20,000 diamonds, just to purchase all the stuff in a divine tool. The divine tool event is exceedingly expensive. You're going to be spending 5,000-6,000 on each of the items if you want to get it, and then another 5,000 or 6,000 on the triple S ones. So it's one of those things to look for. But this is not a bad deal. I would prefer a little bit more in terms of the refined mutilated quartz. This is pretty good. This is the exchange tokens, not something used very often, and I'd prefer a little bit more essence, considering we're selling out 1,700 for it. But I might go ahead and snatch it up anyway. Okay, I've been packed step and Super Monday. Gather the coins that you should have worked for over the weekend. So that's what we've got. We've also got a secret treasure. I did pull on this, and I did manage to get 1 shard for the Sword of Life fragment, so I only need 29 at the end of this minute instead of 30. Not very useful. Hopefully I can get lucky and nail this 30. You nail this 30, you're going to be able to get this item at this event. Remember to be doing the gate tokens, because the task, make sure you sweep Metal City so that you can complete this, because at the end of it, you'll be able to get 5 of the happy coins, which can be used for draws on this. It's exceedingly important. You have to do it. You have to purchase it. It's 600 diamonds to purchase. You can set it up inside of your Woo. Okay. Just go to Metal City and choose the 3 times. Okay. And it will, I've already run it for today, and it will automatically run it 3 times. After it completes it, so you'll be able to, because you have to do it each day. It's 18 times to get that reward. You can only do it, so that means you need to do it 6 times each day. 6, 12, 18. If you miss it one day, you're not going to be able to get the reward, because you can only do it 6 times. That's the maximum that can be done, and you have to do it the maximum for those 3 days. So each morning I just hit on 3. And it runs it and sweeps it automatically, and I get, I'm able to complete it. And I'll do it tomorrow and the next day, and I'll get the 5 coins. Probably won't use them at this particular time. I'll probably just wait until I get 10 and then use a 10 pack. Okay, but that's in like your secret treasure. So, and you of course have the Rob, but it's got some pretty good stuff in here. I mean, it's got some of the triple S's in here as well. So it's, even if you missed that, this is an SS plus 1. So. Not really happy about that, but the rewards are not bad. All in all, you're probably going to get something useful, unless you hit the stamina, of course. But all this other stuff, diamonds and stuff, considering how much they just sucked us dry with the amount for the shards on these divine tools. Any type of diamonds would be useful. And then they've got the cores and stuff, so which are used for enhancement. So it's it's an event, and you might get lucky. You might hit 30 and bam, you'll be able to get it at the end of this event. You'll be able to get, because you're going to get the 50 that you need to be able to get 30 more, and you'll complete it to get your 80. So keep that in mind. Other than that, there's not, like I said, nothing on the desktop. Like I said, we're going to 2 days. We should be getting, I'm hoping Wednesday, we should be seeing the event for the new character. And at that time, we'll do a pretty big video because we're going to get Wu, guaranteed. You get guaranteed to get 10 shards just through the exchange shop. So we'll be getting there. Only need, like I say, only need 2 at this particular time because they had that event there a while back where we got some extra of the coupons. And that enabled me to purchase 20 shards, but I needed 22. So I could only, like I say, I didn't spend any money, but this was just, that was given to us. So I was able to get 1 of those sets, which is good because now I'm guaranteed to get her. It would have been, probably would have got her this event other way, because like I say, you get 10 in the exchange shop, which means I would have only needed to come up with 12 more shards and in 2 pools, but remember that pool I got there back a while back where I didn't get any shards whatsoever. So that could have happened. It's RNG, and it's not fair RNG. It's it's not true RNG, as they say. It actually is weighted, and it does not favor the good stuff. So don't be surprised if if you come up with a time where you don't get anything, like I did on that 1 pool. But generally, I used to end up getting, at least, between 3 to, get a 5 or a couple of 2s, But if I only got that twice, I still might not have got it. But now I'm guaranteed to get it. So we will be getting her guaranteed just from the exchange shop. And like I say, I'm going to continue to pull on her just to get shards for her for Divines, because she's supposed to be OP. Okay, that's what everybody who's played on the Chinese server is saying. So we're going to assume that she is OP. Her and Bibi Dong are supposed to be the OP'd ones. So we're going to go ahead and go for them. If you take a look at their statistical start and chats and stuff in the chart, she does. It looks like she's going to do excellent single target damage, has excellent survivability, and that's what you want. I'm looking for an attacker. I'm going for attackers to see if that'll work. And if it doesn't, then we'll make a reconsideration. But for right now, she's going to be replacing In Ming in the lineup, and then once I get Bibi Dong, she'll replace Evil Eye. So my current is SP Tang San, Triple S Hugh, SP Wu, and then SP Bibi Dong. It's tentatively what I'm going to be running. Okay, and if that changes, then we'll make a determination after that. If we need to put like Inming back in, or if we want to go ahead and maybe build up something else, we got to do that. But that's that's for the future. For right now, that's a tentative game plan. So there really isn't much going on. Just make sure that you do participate in the Trinket Treasure, and they do have the event up. It's not a normally they have an icon for the event, but it's embedded in the time limited events. Okay, so yeah, not exactly sure why they did that. They don't normally do that. So this divine tool, let's see how many we need. Sword of Life right here. So yeah, we'll have 51 because I got the 1 shard. So this is the first event for it, and they usually put it out as an icon, but they didn't. So I'm not exactly sure why they didn't do that. I guess it just thought it easier to stick it inside of time limited events. But it is up and it is in here. So make sure that you do go in there and claim the rewards. We will not be getting any of the actual shards inside of the event. They don't seem to be doing that for the SP. Okay. Also keep in mind that you will need to come into the resource exchange to get the less 30. And make sure that you have 3,000 because you're going to need 3,000 diamonds. Okay. got them all right now. So as you can see, 18.75 went down to 15. So you need to have all three of that. As for that, you definitely want to do this. You get these just by sweeping, and you want to do it because there's some pretty good stuff in here. The Oracle crystals. All these crystals are useful, as are the cores. These, of course, are maxed out, but you can use these for enhancements. So if you do want to purchase them, but like I say, you know, it's not going to cost you any diamonds if you get them from within here. If you do get them from within here, you will have to be paying diamonds for them. And as you can see, not nearly as much as it was before, but still, they can really, the divine tool events can really just blow through a bunch of diamonds really fast. So keep that in mind, that you will need a lot of diamonds if you want to purchase a lot of this stuff. But it's the only way to get the shards, so you know, we always keep it in stock. Always make sure we have it. If you play the game consistently on a daily basis, you shouldn't have any trouble replenishing your diamonds inside of a few days. Not to mention, we're on Monday, so the sect I got 3,000 diamonds from that because we placed again in that. So that's a server-based event. But if you keep your placements up and keep your ranking up, you should be getting a couple thousand each day, just from your mail. All right, so that's everything. I just wanted to do a quick video and let you know that they did have a divine tool, Sword of Life. Like I say, divine tools, as you can see, just really just not a lot you can do with them. As you can see, they just don't give us much in the way of divine tools. Okay, still haven't got the triple S's. Even they've only got, you know, they just don't give us enough for the shards, and they don't have an event very often, so there's just no way to get these. Hopefully, you know, it's something I might look at inside of a Forge event, but they're not going to give. I still don't think they've thrown up a Divine Tool Forge event. I think they did have one Forge event a while back, which had a chance you to maybe get 30 or 40. None of the remotely, you know, like a couple hundred like you would think. But it might be something I look at in the future. But you can only use, you know, I've got enough with the SS Pluses that I can actually make, you know, a fairly decent setup. Not as much BP as I'd like, but until they start giving us a little bit more shards. Now that they're throwing out the SPs, we might start seeing 30 shards inside of the triple S's. So we should be able to build that up a little bit quicker. That's what's happened on the actual hidden weapons. As you can see with the hidden weapons, we've already got the SS's. I've got 2 of them maxed out, and I've got 3 stars on this one, and I've managed to obtain both of these. So as you can see, the hidden weapons events are a little bit more. They have them at a faster pace, which is why you know, this hidden weapon, this divine tool. This is the first SP. They've already got 2 SP hidden weapons, so as you can see, these events are more frequent. So a chance to get some of these. Because you can get each of the events, you can get charged for the triple S in there, and there's enough of them that you can actually start making a dent. And I really do like these SP because I'm actually rolling triple S's and SS pluses into these items, so you can put 3 hidden weapons in one. Or let me say, rephrase that. You can put 2 hidden weapons inside of one, so it's giving you 3 BP and the special skills it activates by combining with that. So it makes things pretty cool. And they can get a lot of BP for these. This is what's helped by BP. Hugh's got one, and Tangsan's got one. And I'm starting to build a set right now that I'm going to use for Wu. Okay, I'll probably move the set. I got a feeling that once I start working on Wu, her BP is going to surpass everybody. If it does, I'll roll stuff that's on Hugh onto her, and then roll what I have on Die up onto Hugh. To keep her, because she still does a lot of damage. You know, like they said, she's an SP guy, and she still does a ton of damage. So she's definitely one that you want to keep if you're looking for damage. And you're not able to get all of the SPs like I am because we're doing it from a free-to-play perspective. The reason you also might want to consider buying the hidden weapons is because you can cash these in for coins. Okay, and you can then use those coins inside of the actual Metal City, inside of the shop, and the metal shop, and you can buy the related quartz inside of here, which you can then use to refine your hidden weapons. So even though the hidden weapon doesn't have many stars, it's still maximum refined, and you get a lot of activating all the skills and whatnot like that. Plus, you get maximum percentage at BP that you can. Then adding in a couple of maxed out triple S's and maxed out SS pluses into it, it makes a pretty good weapon, and it'll be something you can slowly build up on. So keep that in mind, that you can put 2 inside of it. So even though it might not be a star, it's still got 2 maxed weapons inside of it, so it's still going to do a ton of damage, and it does help a lot, which is why Tang San is still #1 in terms of BP by nearly double. Just 1 billion off of being a complete double. So yeah, so Inming's going to come out. I just get a little bit more damage out of die, that's all. I really don't see the need to have a tank at this particular point. I've got healing coming on from various items and the soul bones and stuff, so it's really not that big a deal. They've already got these SPs already have maximum survivability. Okay, so yeah, granted, Tang San and Wu are going to be in close, but their survivability is off the charts. They got maximum survivability, so they're not going to be dying. The only one that even remotely have a chance of might taking damage is Hugh, and she's in the back line. So, but we'll have to see. We'll put Wu in place of Inming, see how it goes. If we start doing a little bit more damage and taking damage, and it's a little iffy, we'll take out Evil Eye and replace, put Wu in his place, and then bring Inming back in as a tank, and then we'll have our HP shield in front of us, so that'll cut down on the damage immensely too. But that's something that we need to look at. But it's something we like, something that it will be considered once we've had a chance to get Wu maxed out, at least get her most of the way maxed out, and see if her survivability is as good as they say. It has been on Tang San. He's never been once even remotely taken damage that I've seen, and neither has Hugh, for that matter. So that's why I was thinking I might be able to get away with taking out the tank, and just let the natural healing do its thing. We'll have to see. Something to look at. All right, but anyway, just want to give you a video, let you know that the SP weapon is up, Divine Tool is up. So go ahead and jump in there and grab it, and we will be doing a video here in a few days when hopefully they drop down the new character. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Ken Rick coming at you from the corner, signing out.